Welcome to Above the Garage.
Hi, friends. Welcome to our discussion of Season 3, Episode 5 of Silo. Let's do our round of introductions and dive in.
Hi, I'm Raquel.
Hi, I'm Helen.
Hi, I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Kate. I was very excited for this one, considering how the last one ended. Bernard is alive. I love Tim Robbins. This pleases me immensely.
I just watched episode 4 just the one time, and I was so surprised to see someone lying there. I was like expecting it to be someone we see like all the time in the silo.
Yeah.
But because we've seen the old white dude so often in that episode, the deep throat guy, I fucking thought that was him. And I was like, time travel? Or what's happening here? I didn't recognize Bernard.
Yeah, well, on the last episode, Marigold and Yulia were both like, I did not recognize him. It did not look like Tim Robbins to me.
I'm not alone. I'm
So
not alone. Okay.
No.
Nor did I.
The makeup was a lot.
Yeah.
After a while, I was like, oh, is that Bernard? And then obviously it started straight away. I was like, it is. But yeah, I really struggled to recognize them too.
I kind of suspected that he might be in this season because of him being in the credits. Like, I know we talked about there being flashbacks of him, but I was like, I don't know. I think they won't lose him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The episode opens with Knox and Shirley running in black and white at first, clearly having run straight from seeing Juliet appear on the hill on the cafeteria screen in the finale of the last season. They see the fire in there, and Hank is desperately trying to stop them from opening the door until luckily the fire just stops. They're still arguing about whether it's safe to open the door or not until they see Juliet is actually moving, and Knox makes the executive decision that they're opening the door. Poisonous fumes be damned. So they do, and they fashion a stretcher out of another door, carry her. Behind them, Billings is yelling for Hank to come help him, must be for Bernard, and they bring them both in through Gin Pop. I was pretty surprised everyone is not a lot more scared of the radiation on these bodies.
I really love that, though. I love that Knox and Shirley are just like, fuck it, we don't care, we're going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised at all Knox and Shirley were like that. I literally just mean like the thousands of people outside there. There's gotta be some people that'd be like freaking out about the radiation, but they weren't, and it's lovely.
Do we think they told them, though? They might have just been like, you got to clear the area. I guess they must have, because they walked the bodies through on the doors.
They did, yeah.
Yeah. Well, also, I guess they all think it's safe outside now because...
Yeah.
Well, she is there, so that's confusing.
Yeah.
But she did also have the note, don't go outside. So it's all confusing. But I like how they're treated when they arrive, when they return.
This is a constant thing that I have rolling around in my brain where I'm like, I love how they're connecting the dots on things and making sense of other things from past seasons and from earlier this season. But like Juliet saying it's not safe and then some of the rebels still believing it is really throwing me off.
Right. Yeah. I think they're all going to align themselves soon, probably with the various people with information that we have coming together this episode.
Yeah.
But it's been strange. Yeah.
And it just seems like everybody is so pro Juliet. So if they believed her, why would they still think that there was a chance it wasn't true what she said?
Right.
Yeah.
Like if they thought that she was lying or they had gotten to her, why would they still be for her?
Because why is she still alive?
Yeah.
Even the other people with the suit all died, and now she's alive, which definitely indicates that the outside is safer than they thought, right?
Mm.
True.
Yeah. And she's also not explaining why it's not safe either. Like she's still not really explaining anything because she's not remembered anything.
It should have been a more detailed note, full explanation.
A paragraph, yeah.
Tiny writing, yeah.
Just in case I forget everything, this is what's happening, okay?
Yes. Yeah, I think it's just the information contradicts itself. Seeing her alive and her note contradicts itself to begin with. And then they've quickly wiped her memory so nobody can get a handle on what is going on.
But I guess I just don't understand if there is that contradictory information, why people are so on her side about it. Because I would be questioning if she was lying at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't disagree. And I also question everyone as a liar in this show and
Yeah.
True.
But also I feel like they're so desperate for any sort of hope.
Hope. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, they just probably, it makes no sense, but they still want to believe.
Yeah.
As you said, it's safer than they thought.
Yeah. With Kat, just seeing that page from a book just like broke her brain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She just cannot accept that not being true somewhere.
Yeah. If you'd seen that for the first time ever, you'd never seen a book with a blue sky and a green earth. Like that would just completely break you. I think that would,
yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Knox pulling the door, like I just loved it.
Yeah.
It was so iconic.
Very strong.
It's like a steel door. It must be really
it's just,
heavy.
like, carrying it like nothing.
Yeah.
Go Knox.
Yeah.
We like to see it.
I do like when they show mechanical in particular being so
Mechanical.
yeah, but I want to say impulsive, but it's not, because it's like reactive to the thing that's happening. They're just like, we know it has to be done and we're doing it like with no hesitation.
Yeah.
And Juliet's like that too. She's done that for the past couple episodes, like where she jumped on the rope to go down below the gap. And it's just like she has this instinct of like, we have to act now. Like there's no time to sit here and like weigh our options. I just know it needs to be done and I'm doing it.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I also remember in the finale last season, like how very excited I was just to see Shirley and Knox seeing Juliet come up on the hill, because it's just a very moving moment. And for whatever reason, I never really put much thought into what happens directly after that moment, like what they're going to do. And obviously they like run up to help her and it's lovely.
Yeah.
I also really missed Hank. Did you guys miss
I
Hank?
love Hank.
Yeah.
I know, me too. And I didn't even realize how much I missed him until he's
same.
saying things I don't even agree with. But I'm like, Hank,
Oh,
I really liked you last season. And let them open the door, though.
yeah. I mean, he doesn't know everything. It's okay.
It's okay. But I really liked Hank last season. So
Yeah.
more Hank, please.
Yeah. Like that we have most of the characters that we really liked last season back. Like we finally getting pretty much everybody apart from Solo.
But maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
I have hope for Solo too. But I was very excited this episode for that reason. That everybody's back and they're all united downstairs again. It's lovely.
Yay.
But first, they fashion a pulley system in impressively quick fashion while the whole silo gathers on all the different levels to watch Bernard and Juliet be lowered to somewhere they can be treated. They start singing as Patrick Kennedy shoves his way to the front to watch. I was thinking when they were doing this lowering that they better be like really confident that they're strong enough to lower them all the way down. Like, can you just imagine a body sliding off after all that?
The shot was terrifying of them, like where they had Juliet on the door and you could see it from overhead and you're just like, you see this endless drop that she could go down. Yeah, it was terrifying.
But it looked cool.
I would trust Knox to lower me down though.
Same.
In present time, we see that Bernard is telling Juliet the story of their rescue, though it's obviously still very hard for him to speak. And then Sim's redemption arc is confirmed. He is the one who's hidden Bernard down here. Finally forced Bernard to pay attention to him. He must be so thrilled.
Yeah, I'm like, so obviously Bernard offended him with not choosing him for the shadow position.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a part of it that's like petty kind of, because he's like, I wanted this and I didn't get it. So now I'm going to rebel against the person who did, who happens to be his wife.
Yeah. It is pretty funny. I do like him more though. I've never liked this character very much.
Same.
And the moment all of this started happening, I was surprised that I was able to pivot and be like, oh, all right, I'll give you a chance.
Right. I do feel like there's a part of him that was probably just going along with this lackey position of like, I'll do whatever you say. I'm just trying to work my way up the ladder, not really caring about the bigger picture. And this, slight to his ego kind of convinced him to care again, like to start to look into it. Like he's like, okay, well, if you don't care about me, then I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
I don't know if any part of this is a different angle of seeking power, because that's definitely part of his character, I think. But he's not going to get anywhere with the vault, it seems.
I even wrote down that with question mark, is Sims just pissed that he wasn't chosen or named the head of IT? That was actually after he learns that Camille has been named the head of IT. But all of his actions seem to be, as Aubrey said, like maybe stemming from like a bruised ego.
Yeah.
And him wanting to show that he can grab everyone by the balls and just, organize everything and,
run everything.
And do it less volatile as he used to and as Bernard used to. Because later on when he speaks to the woman with the cat, yeah, he's not threatening her. He's like, I'm just asking you for help. If no, I'm just gonna.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I feel like if we watch the episode like later on, I feel also the situation with his son plays a big role as well. Yeah, so I think that's just two factors for him, like changing. How do you say 180ing?
Yeah, doing a 180. Yeah.
180.
Yeah, exactly. I guess I think I want to believe there's a genuine change in him.
Yeah.
But I think that it maybe comes from a selfish place, but that's fine if the person can change.
Right. It's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of feel like it started out as a grab for power, and now it's just like, because of my slight, I can see the truth. And I've started to actually look at the bigger picture and look at what's really happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think we were discussing that in episode 3 about Camille, that she also has that sort of selfish reason to side with whoever they're siding, because the back and forth is it's
Right.
literally in every episode they side with a different person. But yeah, ultimately I do think that the son, it's why they're doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they both agreed on that, like early on in the show, but they're no longer doing it as a team, obviously. I find it funny to see, like, Bernard treated Sims with such disdain, if I recall. Like,
Yeah.
it was like excessive. So it's interesting that he can put that aside.
Yeah. A lot of people are learning from their mistakes in this season. I do sort of wonder about Camille, though, because I don't understand why she would not be using her knowledge of how the silo works to trick the algorithm the way that Sims is.
I think she might.
You think?
Yeah, I think that's the sort of impression that it gave me. We discussed that in episode 3, that I think she was lying at the end of it, and I don't think she really wants to
Kill Juliet.
That's true.
Yeah.
I did have a wonder about that, but I guess through this episode, it just felt like her and Robert were at such odds that it was like, that was the game that the episode was playing, was like, we're going to put them on opposite sides of this conflict. But it would be really interesting if they both were keeping that same secret from each other and doing it in different ways.
Yeah.
Like, she's trying to save Juliet too, but in a different way than the way Sims is. And they're actually impeding each other by not working together because they won't just be honest and trust each other with it.
Right.
They kind of can't because of the algorithm, but
Right.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it may go in that direction. Yeah.
Yeah, that could be good.
Yeah, especially because her evil queen, like, look in the end was a little excessive, so I could see it being misleading.
And the whole scene where the algorithm says, I chose you because you are good at lying.
Yeah. That is.
And then she has that turn in that scene where she's like, actually, I'm going to be honest with you. And you're like, are you though? Or are you just turning on the good at lying part of your personality that the algorithm sought?
Yeah.
And you're so good at it that you can actually lie to the thing that chose you.
Yeah. I like it. I was very excited to finally see the truth of what happened in the immediate days of and after the finale. First, we see the Sims boys getting kicked out of the vault again, which we saw last season. But this time we get to see when Camille comes back to their apartment from the vault, and the moment when Robert Sims realizes they're no longer the team that they used to be. Camille is not going to tell him everything. She does tell him that Bernard and Juliet came back inside, and that it doesn't seem like the poison came in, that the rebellion ended the second Juliet appeared on the screen. But the reason she's giving him this much information is probably to compel him to kill Bernard, Lucas, and Juliet Nichols for her. She tells them that they are all threats to the silo, and hurtfully he translates, so they know things that you won't tell me. We finally learn why Juliet has burns, despite her firefighter suit. She got burnt where the metal on her suit got too hot. Bernard, of course, has a lot more over his whole body because his was not specifically designed to withstand fire. And the woman talking to Robert suggests Juliet and Bernard's bodies will need to be incinerated due to radiation, I guess?
Yeah. Or contamination, yeah.
Okay. But they need to get down 140 levels to the incinerator to do that. Sims says he hopes they live in that case, but I don't understand that. Wouldn't they still have the same poison on them, live or dead?
But then you have to move them through less levels. Just the fact that they have to go all the way to, I don't know, 140 levels to the incinerator to get rid of the bodies.
Why do you have to move them less levels? I know I'm just missing something.
If they're not dead, they're just going to be in one level.
And they just quarantine until they're okay, right? Like, there's probably a quarantine procedure for making sure they're okay to re-enter the silo.
That makes sense. Thank you for explaining.
I did like that moment with Sims, though, because it felt like he was listening and asking questions about how to wrap the bodies, how to transport them, because he was trying to figure out what he does next.
Yeah.
I think that he was already not committed to killing either of them.
Right. And the more information he has, the more options too.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think he was doing the same thing while talking to Camille, like asking who is the priority to kill, quote unquote, and then of the two, you know, who is then the biggest priority when Camille says, you know, the first one that's gonna talk, and that's like obviously Bernard.
Right.
So that was like, he was exactly interested in who to save first, not who to kill first.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I may have said this in previous seasons too, but I really like the silo jewelry. Very specific comment.
I'm gonna have to rewatch now.
Camille has this ring and these earrings that look like they should have gems or jewels in them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but they don't?
It's just the setting, like it's just the metal
Yeah.
circle.
Oh, that's so interesting.
It's very cool. I kind of want one. I kind of want a ring that's just a like metal circle.
I bet you can get one.
Yeah.
That's really cool and interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
As soon as Bernard sees Robert, he knows the algorithm wants him dead, and Robert starts to acquiesce by wrapping him in cellophane. So Bernard starts teasing the secrets. That Juliet knows how to stop the poison, that Lucas Kyle also knows important things, and it works. After Robert initially starts to suffocate him, he changes his mind and cuts a hole in it to allow him to breathe and to live.
So it is true that we only saw part of the memory of killing Bernard because we saw the first part where Sims was wrapping him in the plastic
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
flashback, and then we didn't see the part where he cut the hole for his breathing.
Right.
Mm.
Somebody said that on a recent episode, specifically that could have happened in the middle because it didn't show the final moments of that scene.
Yeah. Clever. It was a clever way to edit that in.
Mm-hmm.
We were questioning, I think, early when that episode first showed that flashback, we were questioning, like, is this real? But then we were like, why would they show us a fake flashback?
Mhm.
But it actually wasn't a fake flashback. It was just part of the flashback.
Missing-
Incomplete,
missing side,
yeah.
yeah.
Next thing you see a wrapped body being carried down the stairs by porters. Robert tells someone we don't see that he has a job for them. And then we see the beginnings of what Martha and Carla have been up to, why Carla's not been seen in supply in forever. She's been shacked up with Martha, it seems. Robert's asking them for help and compelling them to do so by telling him his wife wants Juliet dead. He also offers his wife's secrets to make them trust him, and so they listen. He instructs them to meet him in the incinerator room. Juliet's life is on the line. Dramatic exit. The porters drop the body there and hit the button to send it into the incinerator, but when they leave, Robert stops it. Man, that would be a terrifying moment for Bernard, you would think. Just hoping that someone's actually going to stop him going in the incinerator.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't have a choice at that point.
And then he's just like happy as a clam when they open it. I would have been having like a seizure of stress.
I think someone said, didn't he say, or Sim said that they drugged him
Yeah.
to give him some kind of like happy drug or like make him not think about it?
Yeah. I mean, really good drugs.
If someone was lowering me down however many floors of a silo to maybe an incinerator, I'd be like, give me anything you want to give me.
Yeah, and also consider his injuries, right? It must
Yeah.
be fucking painful to be
Yeah.
touched in those
Mhm.
places. So,
Because when Sims was wrapping him, he was like flinching and
Yeah.
crying out and stuff.
like, you don't want him to make noises when they're pretending it's a body they're carrying.
Right. Right.
Yeah, which would be nearly unavoidable. So good job, Bernard.
Yes.
Martha and Carla enter then to take over Bernard's care. They threaten Sims that they will tell his wife on him if anything happens to Juliet.
When Sims walks into Martha's room and he's like, I need your help. And Martha Walker is like, yeah, and what makes you think we'd lift a finger? And then McLean says, we hate you. I was like, thank you for reminding us of how awful
Yeah.
he's been to them.
Yeah.
I like how the show is like comedically reminding us of things that we need
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
I was gonna say,
keep in mind.
Yeah.
Yes.
because as the audience, we also like, or the viewers, we also like, maybe, as you said earlier, Kate, that you kind of forget why you hate him in this episode, but it's like to
Yeah.
remind us, like, we do hate this character.
Yeah.
We haven't forgotten about what he's done,
For years.
but now we're still on his side because he's helping everybody.
Yeah.
Both of the characters that have moments of emotional redemption, like Sims and Bernard, it's like
Bernard.
Bernard. Mhm.
you need that like fact checking for a second.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. The crowd is gathered upstairs hearing about Bernard's death, and a man with a framed drawing of Juliet drums up the crowd to insist on Juliet Nichols for mayor. This is how Sims says he protected her. I don't know if it's as foolproof as he thinks it is, but apparently it worked. Camille didn't want to kill her after that.
Yeah, it's like putting her in the public eye, so it's really
Yeah.
difficult for Camille to kill Juliet right now. So that's what is, I feel like, good solution for the moment.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like Sims is good at PR because didn't he do this before in other seasons for the wrong reasons? But
Yeah, I
like
think so. Mm-hmm.
him or people were doing this in the crowds, like making people sway towards something with these plants that they put out to
Right.
say, hey,
Agitators
you
or
should
whatever.
think this. Yeah.
Yeah. Martha's joking around with Bernard while she nurses him back to life. She's always funny. I like her. She's also inquisitive. She asks about the other silos. Do they have radios? Why haven't we heard from them? He tells her to bring him a radio, and Sims enters then, updates them on the new mayor. Bernard tells them they'll have started Juliet on memory wiping drugs, but that the order makes a very big deal about how much physical items from their past can reverse the memory wiping drugs' effects. Objects are what trigger memories for the people who are being drugged.
That was cool because it made sense of Walker giving Juliet the multi-tool.
Yeah.
And we were kind of speculating that's a good instinct that she knows to give her that. But now it's like, yeah, she
Yeah.
was told that those objects would help her to remember.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also showed the scene of presumably this woman Regina we're about to meet trading items
hmm
with Juliet's fangirls, in the beginning. So
Yeah.
all of it makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, that moment where they showed the badge in episode 1, I
Yeah.
remember thinking when we were watching that, like, why are they lingering on this the way they are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. Because it was one of the first scenes as well. It was quite a weird,
Yeah,
pointless scene.
it seems.
But obviously, it wasn't pointless. It makes sense now.
Right.
Quite clever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walker is so funny with Bernard, where she says, maybe you're a little sensitive to things being burnt when she's burning the stew she's cooking.
Too soon. So funny.
It is hilarious.
Yeah.
I do have a question though. There is a moment where Martha is talking to Carla and Martha mentions 50 silos. And I
Yeah.
was racking my brain. How does Martha know? Do you remember how she knows it's 50 silos? Because it was before she talked to Bernard.
Oh, that is weird. Did Sims tell her? But how would Sims know? Or Sims got it from Bernard, maybe, and then told Martha? Is that possible?
Yeah, that's possible.
Because Sims had that scene with Bernard that I don't feel like we saw the whole thing of in the hospital, right? And then
Probably not. No.
he talked to Martha and McLean when he was asking for their help. So maybe in that scene he told them that. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. It's still a little confusing about who knows what and how they know it for
Yeah.
sure
Yeah.
throughout this episode. I also really love how they're connecting the whole relic hiding, relic collecting thing
Mm.
Yeah.
in the scene because they're like, oh, memories are attached to artifacts, so relics are forbidden because we know that it could help you to remember things that we don't want you to remember.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's brilliant because I never expected there to be a reason for it, really. But
Yeah.
it makes so much sense this way.
Like, I don't think I trusted this like I should have.
Mm.
And we all know why. We know why. We've lost our faith in writers to do things right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always thought that they hunted the relics just to stop people from asking questions
Yeah.
and not because it actually triggers memory after
Right.
the forget-me-not pills.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good plot twist.
Yeah.
Good explanation.
Yeah, that makes the amnesia plot, which I was kind of stressed about because I kind of didn't like
Yeah,
the idea of
yeah.
having to deal with that all season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes that more,
Plausible.
yeah, and more understandable why they went that direction with it
Yeah.
More rewarding.
because they had to explain that part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still have a little trouble with the Pez bringing all of her memories back instantly like magic, but I like it overall, in theory. Regina, who I've just been reminded was George's ex, is looking for her cat, which Sims is holding hostage, in an attempt to persuade her to give fake pills to Nurse Amy to replace the memory wiping pills for Juliet at some date in the future. He also tells her that he needs her to start trading in relics again. Anything that belongs to Nichols needs to be collected. She suggests Juliet's badges for trading. But wouldn't flooding the market with 10 sheriff's badges be a bit suspicious? They're all like Juliet's fan group
Hands.
that
Yeah.
callers, the Juliets of the silo that are going to have their hands on this stuff probably. I don't know. I
Mm.
thought it would make sense to create different objects that might be hers
Yeah.
or just lie.
Mm.
Yeah.
But anyhow, whatever.
But it's a good item to trade
Exciting.
against. Yeah.
Sure.
So people would be willing to give up something of more value against the badge than something else.
Yeah.
And smart because the badge probably didn't mean a lot to her the way that those other things did.
Yeah.
Right.
They're trading up even though they don't realize it.
Right.
The people are trading down technically
Down, yeah.
that are getting
Yeah.
the badges. Yeah. Is that the end of the Regina scene?
Yeah. Do you have a cat comment?
Yes, I do.
Mhm.
Of course I do. When Sims is like, I'm just asking for your help, or like, if you will help, but he's holding your cat.
Yeah.
Sorry, but like, I'd feel so threatened.
Mhm.
Yes. It's funny too because this is another parallel with the other show we're podcasting.
Yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
won't get into it, but it's pretty similar.
I don't know. I kind of believed Sims that he's just asking nicely, and the cat was just the reason to bring her there to
Get her attention.
get her
Yeah.
attention and get her to walk into
Still
this.
kidnap the cat though.
I actually completely agree with you once he handed the cat over because I feel
Yeah.
like he realized this seems threatening because he's
Oh,
standing there
okay.
like a cartoon villain petting this cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's like, everything's fine. It's all good. I'm petting your cat.
I'm just asking nicely.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do anything to the cat. Like, put it down, please. Still fearing for that cat's life.
Yeah. But then he hands the cat over and you're like, okay.
Martha's excited about her radio mystery. Each silo uses a different frequency, different channel, and she's working on adjusting theirs. Silo 1 is the daddy silo after all, it seems. Bernard warns her that it monitors all the silo's frequencies, so use it sparingly.
I knew there was a reason why I kept thinking that Kimberly daddy silo theory was a real thing.
It was
Mm.
actually real, yeah.
Is that the first time we've had this confirmed?
I do think Silo 1 was referenced, or at least hypothesized it. Maybe in Solo's Silo's vault, they learned something about that.
Maybe. I love how Walker is learning about the word channels.
Right.
I know, it was so cute.
I thought that
Aw.
was cute too,
You
yeah.
don't know that word?
Again, there's some more like just really clever writing. Like you wouldn't have thought that. Yeah, sometimes they don't know all of the words that we have, and like
Mm.
it's really good like world building
Yeah.
to like remind us that it's such a different, isolated world that they live in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Sims and Bernard are chatting, we learn that it's Bernard that is telling them to keep using the memory drugs on Juliet until long after Sims has returned up top so that Camille doesn't suspect him. Bernard also tells Sims he's proud of him, impressed with him, and still glad he didn't make him shadow because the things the algorithm made him do were terrible, and the things he knows. He really pities Camille, and it seems genuine.
Yeah, this was another moment where I found their conversation to be kind of emotional, and I was like, oh. But then you're like, Sims was a literal dickhole in previous season.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
So was Bernard, to be fair.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I
that's
was gonna
true.
say. They both are. So hearing them speak this way to each other is funny.
I don't know. Do you think he was being genuine? I think so, but like,
I think he feels bad for Camille is genuine. That was what I meant by genuine, is that I do think that Bernard like pities Camille because he pitied himself.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like Bernard's speech. Do we think he was being genuine?
No, because he had such disdain for this dude. I don't see how that changes this dramatically.
I know.
Mm.
With being impressed and like all the, it was a little over the top. It's like he acted
Mm.
well, but no, I don't feel like it's necessarily all that genuine.
I think the
No.
only reason why it makes sense is because they both had this moment of realizing that everything they believed was a lie, kind of.
Mm.
Hmm. Fair.
So they're on the same side of that now. And so
Mm.
Bernard can be proud of Sims for crossing over the same way that he did,
Yeah.
even though he wasn't proud of him for the way he acted when he was still believing all of it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
I like that explanation.
Isn't this the scene where Bernard says that he like talks about the safeguard?
Yeah.
I thought that Bernard didn't know the safeguard was a thing until Lucas told him. Wasn't that a big plot point in season 2? Lucas went up and like whispered something to him and then he went out to die.
Yeah.
But then Bernard is like, Camille knows about it because she's the head of IT. So that confused me because I'm like, why does Bernard think Camille would have been told that when he wasn't?
Maybe because it's so close to the rebellion,
Maybe.
so that the algorithm has to inform Camille that if shit doesn't die down, they're just gonna the whole silo, maybe.
Right.
That's why he's assuming that, but that's a valid question, yeah.
That could make sense.
But I also love what's happening. It's like all the big secrets being just like talked about in the open right now. It's like,
Yeah.
and the order and the safeguard and the relics and Lucas Kyle is there later on, and it's like everyone is there, everyone knows everything, and Silo is not listening.
Bernard's dam has broken. He does not give one fuck anymore.
Yeah, I love that. I love when that happens, when they just give no fucks anymore and just
We were worried in an earlier episode that this amnesia storyline was gonna like
drag on.
drag on, yeah, and mean that we didn't learn all this stuff again until late in the season. So at least come episode 5, it's just like flooding the gates with all the secrets that
Yeah.
everyone's caught up, mostly.
I guess this was a perfect place to hide him too, because I'm sure that there aren't cameras in,
No.
what do they call this again?
The digger void?
Digger void, right. So Bernard probably feels loose-lipped because he's like, there's nothing happening down here. It can't hear me. And also he's burned to fuck. He doesn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Wasn't the voice though even like deeper down there? Isn't that where Lucas Kyle finds it?
In the tunnel. Yeah, that's true.
But I think it's only when you trigger it when you go down that tunnel.
To wherever that is, yeah.
Yeah.
But also if Bernard was willing to walk outside and die,
Yeah.
he can't care anymore.
No,
No.
it's beyond that.
Clearly doesn't.
Yep. Back in present time, they explained they were going to just have Juliet talk to Bernard on the radio. They didn't even want her down there. And then they talk about the dream that she had, which is actually a memory, when they were discussing how they can kill us anytime. And then Juliet said, maybe not. Bernard wants to know what she meant by that, but she can't remember. Patrick and Kyle have made their way down via the trash chute. Patrick's like, super disappointed Lucas isn't more horrified by how they had to do it. Martha's debriefing Shirley and Knox about the 50 silos, and whoever runs them has the ability to kill everyone. They're outraged she hasn't told them before, but she needs their help now, moving something that cannot be found down there. Since Juliet is down there now, Camille won't be far behind. When Martha tells them it weighs 250 and it's a pain in the ass, Knox immediately gets it, and his reaction is great.
That was exactly my note. I
Yeah.
love that he gets it from that context.
Yeah.
250, pain in the ass. Got it. It's Bernard.
Bernard.
Can't be anything else.
Love him.
I mean, it could have been like Patrick Kennedy, but that is really funny. Sims and Juliet find Lucas and Patrick, and Sims scares the shit out of them. And now it's a full-blown party. Everyone's here. They've gathered all the relics they could find of Juliet's, and they all watch as she looks at them. No pressure. I didn't like how they all watched her. That would not work for me.
Yeah. I almost felt like they were like doing some sort of spell on her. Probably weird.
Like Ouija board or
A
something.
bit culty. Yeah.
Culty.
Yeah.
The way she's holding that stuffed toy and smelling it with her eyes closed, though, just totally wrecked me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think, like, the idea of smell being attached to memory is something they haven't really spoken about. And she's, a couple different times in this episode, she kind of does that, where she puts it up to her face and sniffs it. And I'm like, that is so real, because that's how memory works. And that's how grief works.
Mm.
Yeah.
You walk by and you smell something that reminds you of something that
Mm.
a loved one that you've lost,
Yeah.
you know, smelled like or whatever. So I thought they did that really well. And I thought Rebecca Ferguson was incredible in the way she reacted to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was great in this scene, definitely. Very believable. With being also like stressed in that situation with so many people around her and then trying to focus.
Mhm.
Mhm.
She gets like, I don't know, she has like little jittery movements when
Yeah.
when she plays those situations, and I love it because it's so believable.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so good at that combo of like, I'm a little stressed, but also I'm emotionally affected.
I
Yeah.
want to stay on top of things and,
Yeah.
Take care of business and
exactly take care of business.
get to the bottom of it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She functions in that state of discomfort like most of the time, I feel like,
Yeah.
which certainly makes sense this season.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah.
She needs a vacation.
And she does. Lucas Kyle suggests they need things more relevant to the recent events that happened, not toys she played with as a toddler. They want the watch from her dad, which her dad gave to Hank.
The watch is back.
Amazing of Lucas to think of this.
I
Like,
know.
Go Lucas, man.
I know. So Hank's going to give her the watch, but he insists on talking to her alone first. Hank tells her her dad's message, and she tries not to hear it. It affects her deeply. Unfortunately, though, the watch doesn't do it either. She asks if they have anything else, and they don't, but they're going to keep looking.
Another amazing moment from her, I thought, when she's like, like turning away from the emotion.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good. That's probably my favorite scene of her acting.
Mm.
It was so good.
Yeah. Like she needs to hear it and wants to hear it, but it's so hard to hear that she can't even
Uh-huh.
look at him when he's telling it to her.
Mm.
Yeah, and she's physically like, just the physical acting of it was fantastic
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Carl is showing Billings critical supply, the things that they have that they can't make more of. They keep the empty boxes so that people don't panic, but lots of boxes are empty. Shirley cannot believe they're supposed to be helping Bernard, of all people. She's not going to do it without giving him a lot of shit for trying to get them killed. He apologizes, said they just got caught up in the middle of things. And then back in Critical Supply, Billings asks how long they have. Apparently, there's been a lot of stealing from Critical Supply, so she asks Orla to help her find out who it was, and that's why Carla thinks she got Orla killed. Finally, she tells him how long they have left. About 2 years until they die in the dark. Oof.
Mm.
Yeah, I had never thought about the lights being critical in that way. Like you think, oh yeah, it would suck to just live in complete darkness, but no, like literally you can't grow food if you don't have the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess there are also like special bulbs to make things grow, like
Mm-hmm.
greenhouse bulbs that imitate sunlight.
Right. That's some heavy information for Carla to
Yeah.
be living with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like people should have been like I don't understand why this wasn't communicated rather than hidden because they need people guarding this stuff if it's just being stolen.
Yeah. I'm screaming at the different thing, namely, why the fuck would people steal something that's so essential for them?
Yes.
If
Same.
they what are they growing? Are they growing weed on their
Yeah.
windowsills? What the fuck? What do they need the bulbs?
Why do they need so many bulbs?
50 years of bulbs, like, or 48,
Versus 48 years of weed. I don't know.
right? Like, come on.
It made me think though that maybe it's people from other silos.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's a good call.
How will they get there though? Well, from the tunnels.
But I don't know who else, like you said, where would you store it? What were you stealing?
Yeah.
But there's still the bad guy boyfriend, so
Oh, yeah.
But it's also been a short period of time where they've been stealing, and it hasn't been like progressive years of this, right?
mhm.
Mm.
That's the impression I got from it.
Yeah.
But why though? Yeah, like I can only think of like somebody that wants to kill them. Like I don't know.
Right.
It wouldn't be the algorithm, so I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. But
Yeah.
But the idea of it being other silos is, could it be that Lucas Kyle actually tunneled through to another silo and they're coming through and getting shit?
Oh, yeah.
maybe, yeah.
I would like access to other silos, so I kind of hope it's that.
But then again, what is the logic behind that? You've got a functioning silo.
They're probably running out of time as well. But you're right, they should have more years, assuming the resources were equally allocated.
Yeah.
Unless something happened in another one that we don't know.
Yeah. But every silo has an expiration date, we've just learned, right?
Mm.
That's crazy, yeah.
Whether it's 100 years away or 2.
One thing I kind of chuckled about is when Carla is opening the door to show Billings the critical supply, and she said, well, only the head and the shadow have the access code, and then she punches in the access code that Billings can totally see it. And I was like, I guess that's intentional. So there's a third person who'll know, like, just in case.
You've been chosen.
By the way, here's the code.
Yeah. Juliet and Sims are taking a leisurely stroll up the stairs, wondering what Camille's going to do to them, when Robert stops. After announcing he's tired, he apologizes to her, which made me think he was about to throw her over the edge, but he does not do that. And I did laugh when it was about that night in his apartment again, and also her like tiredness of hearing this as well.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's not about that.
I get it. I get it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Once
Stop
again.
talking about it.
So funny. But it's not that, he swears, it's the Pez. Robert's been thinking that this Pez would make his son remember him, but it used to be Juliet's. George gave it to her. So Robert gives it to Juliet, and she remembers everything. A little excessive, like I said, but I'm happy to see Solo again, even in memories.
Mm.
Yeah, she remembers him.
Yeah.
My only counter to that, because I totally understand, like, wow, this one thing was the anchor to all of her memories. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like George and her father are like such a big emotional tie that she's had for a lot of her life, or at least for big moments in her life. And I kind of like that they're the ones that pull her memory back. Like the combination of the two of them. Like it was George with the Pez and it was the father with the watch. And it just felt like the combination of those two things stacking on top of each other was like the way back to the things that have marked really important parts of her life.
Yeah.
And I agree also, Kate, that it seemed a little bit like they wanted to pack everything in one episode just to have her remember. But then on the other hand, I'm glad that we're probably over the memory loss plotline. So
agreed.
So that we can move in a totally, well, even quicker from the next episode, because the season has been very well paced. So so yeah, and I also piggybacking on what Aubrey said, is I feel like Juliet has stopped taking the memory loss medication for a while because we learned that Amy also like started giving the sugar pills.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
feel like her body is also reacting differently because the drug is out of her system, like more and more.
That's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why maybe this domino of relics is so effective.
Yeah.
True.
Good call.
I also kept thinking, like, man, I think Helen and Daniel is my ship of the season. And then I was like, maybe it's going to be Lucas and Juliet again because he's so great now on this season so far.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, but like Juliet and George, I don't know, I'm still shipping it.
Well, George?
Yeah, there's a part of me that's just like, yeah, of course, a thing that he gave her. Let's make that be the whole purpose of her like memory
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
The love of her
Yeah.
life. She has to be single forever
I
now.
love that you mentioned that because literally my note was that I have no feelings over George. Like I feel like this happens to me in like every show when you have like a pre-existing relationship. We're like, I haven't seen them falling in love. I don't care about this
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Like I've seen him 2 scenes. Okay,
Yeah.
he's the answer for everything. Okay, fair. Like I get it. Like it's clearly got a really big emotional connection to her. But like I, as a viewer, I don't care about this dude.
Right. I'd rather a new one.
I think my entire connection to it is just because Rebecca Ferguson is so good at showing that feeling.
Yeah, which is I completely understand that. Yeah.
All the memories that she has of him, she's just so good at like pulling you into it. Because
Yeah.
we didn't see the origin of it, but I still have this connection to it. Like I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry he died.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Camille is closing in at this point, but Juliet tells Robert a few things before she runs back to tell the others. The poison comes in from a pipe she's remembered, that they capped it in 17. And then Robert's looking up at Camille, staring down at him. He's in trouble.
I love how they're explaining too that the Silos pact plan to make everybody dump all of their previous possessions from their loved ones. Like when Juliet was doing the clean out of the house when her brother and her mom died.
Right.
Like that connects so much to the idea of relics connecting to memory and things that were your loved one's possessions can call you back to something. So it's like now they're all gone because you've just given them away, because there's this idea of recycling and limited resources, which makes such logical sense, but also creates this way for the algorithm to prevent people from being able to connect to physical objects for memory.
Yeah. When Robert shows on the stairs and looks down at Camille, I wrote down Sims versus Sims as in Kramer versus Kramer. It's going to be interesting with the two of them, I guess.
Yeah.
I kind of love that setup.
Yeah. Like I feel like we've seen this before. It's just like I said before, it's like this constant back and forth between the two of them. Just giving me a backlash. They're literally switching sides all the time.
I really love how the entire world building hinges on a Pez dispenser. So insane and amazing. Okay, but you know what? I'm also wondering is why Sims is just marching Juliet up the stairs where the silo cameras could be.
Why? Yeah, why is she going at all? Why they didn't come up with a plan? I didn't understand that either.
But then like seconds later he says, "Oh, I'm tired." And I was like, "Fair, same." Sure.
She's the one that's tired. She must be tired. She's going through
Oh my God.
a lot, this woman.
She couldn't breathe like a minute ago.
Yeah.
And now she's hauling up the silo stairs. All right.
Invincible.
And then we're in DC for the first time this whole episode. Daniel is driving their new van, telling Helen that Per Stinson was on the Nimitz the night of the operation. I guess that's the new information he got from Sam. And that Stinson is pro AI, and while other ships sent out 20, 30, 40 planes, the Nimitz only sent out 4. And then their car gets taken over. Wonder who did that.
I'm a little exhausted by the AI commentary, even though I agree with it. Just gonna slide that in. Just the world's AI commentary, because I'm so sick of fighting it. I'm just like, yeah, it sucks. There's nothing we can do about it. Great.
Yeah.
Agree.
It is exhausting and it sucks, and there's nothing we can do about it. All true.
Get ready to live in some silos, you guys.
No, I refuse to accept that.
Good. Let's fight. Let's fight it.
Yeah.
But I'm also tired, so.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so exhausting. Was it episode 1 when the planes get taken over? I was just thinking that when they mentioned, I think it must have been episode 3, that the comms had been replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
for like an older model. And I was like, that's so coincidental. I was like, is this just so they can hear the recording? Is just that a way of like, oh yeah, they were recorded. But now like it makes sense because they would have been easy to like be hacked
Mm,
Yeah.
and take over
yeah.
everything else.
So you're thinking also AI
Yeah.
hacking the older comm systems?
Yeah.
I kind of wondered if the older comm systems were a misguided attempt to fight that. Like if it was
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
saying, okay, we're going to
Okay.
use older comms that can't be.
Hacked by the AI or taken over.
Do you think they would have been more difficult to get hacked in?
I would think it would be more difficult maybe by AI if we're going the AI
Yeah.
way, which it seems like we are, but like that also leaves them open, like Steve or whatever his name is says, the guy that
Yeah.
they go to see, the hacker,
Mhm.
like he says, someone says,
Mhm.
that leaves things open for other ways to record it.
Yeah.
So they kind of were trading off one thing for the other.
Risk for the other risk. Yeah.
Yeah. But I thought like maybe the newer technology, not like your day-to-day devices, but like if it's like a jet, you'd think that they'll have really like clever technology to protect yourself from like warfare and things like that, no? Don't know.
Yeah, I would think that, but
And I remember Charlotte saying that the tomahawks were not responding or acting weird. So maybe they
Yeah, she
were
did.
hacked by the AI.
mm,
What the planes with the old comms were not, but they flew into this weird gooey cloud.
Toxic, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
it would be helpful if we can hear the recording.
Yeah, I kind of liked in the episode where they had Helen and Daniel listening to the recording on the headphones and they didn't play it. That was
Mhm.
very affecting because it let them act through it with their face.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I do wonder if we've heard all of it. Like if they were
Yeah.
hearing what we heard in the episode that we
Yeah.
saw, or if
Yeah.
there's something that we haven't heard yet that they're gonna play for us
Yeah.
later.
I think the latter is
Yeah.
the case. Yeah.
By the way, I could watch an entire movie of Helen and Daniel just like
Bickering.
conspiracy theory. Their relationship is so good. I love their chemistry as actors. Like I would
Yeah.
watch them
Yeah.
just drive around DC dealing with this problem for an unlimited number of hours.
Yeah.
Pitch it.
Yeah, I would watch that also. You guys, yesterday we recorded episode 4, and I was floored to learn that Julia and Marigold do not like them together.
What?
Marigold thinks he's too stupid for her.
That is a good point.
I like them.
I love them.
Yeah.
I really love the way Ashley Zukerman is playing it, like this sort of shy, blushing quality. Like when he's teased by his friend at the Pentagon and stuff. Like he's so endearing to me. I don't know.
I agree.
I also find him endearing. He is like naive, he's beyond too naive, but I don't care. I just find him endearing, like you said, and I
Yeah.
like them together.
I love Helen so much, and I just think that Daniel, I feel like I try to put myself in his shoes and think he's been on this kind of straight-laced path through his life of believing things. And I don't know that your average human being would be quick to jump to conspiracy theory
Right.
in this situation. Like, I get that his sister has had a huge trauma and he's worried about her, and some of the things that he said to her are concerning, but I think that it takes somebody in his position, or really anyone who's not on the wavelength of thinking maybe everybody is conspiring.
Yeah.
That's not an overnight turn in my
Change,
mind.
right.
Like, I think he's doing well in the sense that he's at least going along with it. Like, he's showing up, he's listening to what she has to say, what Helen has to say. And I don't necessarily blame him for being skeptical of that, because it's been like, what, 2 or 3 days, like a week, maybe, you know, like he needs a second to adjust. It's okay. It's okay, babe.
Yeah. I think he's doing very well too. I'm very proud of him. In fact, I was more disappointed in Helen bailing on him in the last episode.
Although I do think that he took that kind of hard, because yes, she was like in that scene where they're under the bridge in episode 4, and she's like, yeah, of course I want to have a job with the Times. Like, fuck you. I feel like it was very good of her to admit that truth, because I think she's been really honest in the show so far with him. And saying that was something that could make him pissed or hate her. And she was just like, you know, I'm going to be honest, and I'm going to tell you that this is how I feel, even though this is just like, nobody feels one thing and then that drives their entire life.
Right.
Like, she might feel that way, but also want to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Right. It's not necessarily her driving motivation, but she's not going to lie about it either. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think when he came to the apartment and was like, sorry, I know you didn't want to do this anymore. To me, it felt like he was jumping to some conclusions a little bit about her state of mind because she was still in that process of figuring out what she wanted and what to do about all this information that's been dumped on them in the last couple of days.
Right.
So I really love them.
I do
Yeah,
too.
same.
I thought it was very brave of him to go to the apartment and be like, I know you don't want to do this, but can we do it? I don't want to do it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Anyway, yeah, I agree with you guys, but it's interesting.
Yeah,
Different strokes for different folks.
definitely.
All right, I guess that's a wrap on our discussion of season 3, episode 5. Come back next week for episode 6. Thanks for listening.
Bye.